Good morning, everybody. I cannot believe I said the same words last week on Thursday. I cannot believe it's Thursday already. Time just flies by. It's just crazy. This morning, I just want to talk about 7 basic general safety rules. And you may have heard some of them, and you may say, what's new? Why are we repeating this? But it is trying to develop a culture. If you repeat things, you hear it, you learn it, it becomes part of you. And repeating things, I do not know, is there anybody that's still studying, still doing some courses, MBAs or some trainings? Not? But anyway, most of you, well, all of you have been through school. The only way you could learn is by reading, taking notes, making summaries, over and over until you remember, so that you can share your knowledge when you do an exam. We're not going to write exams, but I'm repeating certain things so that you can get into that habit of being safe at work. So, the number 1 rule, and we also mentioned it this morning in the Toolbox talk outside, is to keep our work areas clean. Keep it clean from things that can make you trip or slip, things that can make you fall. It is quite amazing to see how many of us, and it includes myself, come down the stairs looking at our phones. We are not safe when we do that, because you're not concentrating on the step below you. I think every one of us has, at some stage in our lives, tripped on the stairway. I do it often. But we need to concentrate, guys. Let's be safe in our work areas. Keep it clean, keep it safe. Use the proper tools. And one immediately think about tools that we use in the workshop or in the factory to do it. But here's a tool. We all use them. Well, hopefully we all use them. And not one of these. How often do we take any object to take a staple from paper instead of using the right tool? Okay? If you do not have one, ask your colleague next to you or whoever, get the right tool, use it. And often you would see these little tools that one of the ears has broken off. It makes it unsafe. It's been designed to have 4 little ears like that for you to use. Okay, so if it's broken, it's of no use. If you don't have one, get one from whoever issues the stationery, or borrow one from your neighbors, your neighbor, your colleague. Okay, this is a tool. Make sure that it's there and it works. Just an example. Always wear the correct PPE, personal protective equipment. We that work in the workshops have safety boots, safety shoes, safety glasses, overalls, those jackets, what do you call it? Sorry? Overcoats, yeah, that's the word. Hard hats and things like that. Some of the guys working there, it's important to wear gloves. But make sure that you use the correct thing and you are equipped with that. Never work on live equipment. Now, you want to immediately think of the guys in the workshop, machines running, shaking, bringing coffee into the machines to have it cleaned or sorted or destoned, whatever. Plugs, they're also live. They can bite you. I don't like those things. I'm scared of them. Be careful when we work with these things. The extension cords, I've mentioned it so many times. Let's be careful with those things. We've got them all over. You've got plugs and plugs and plugs in there. Be careful with those things. Make sure the chemicals are properly labeled and stored. That's something that we lack at the moment. We're going to work on that. We need to have a dedicated area for chemicals, whether it's detergents, whether it's washing powder, whether it is trick or thinners or paint or oil. Doesn't matter. It's a chemical product. It needs to have its own space where it's safe, stored safely and clearly marked. And then in one of the other talks, we also spoke about communication. Is to talk to your colleagues. He may not be aware, or she may not be aware of something that's wrong. Let's use a socket again. There may be a socket that's faulty. It just happened, and you're aware of it. Tell your colleagues that sits close to you who wants to use that socket. Tell him, hey, don't use it. It's unsafe. I've already spoken to the electrical guys. They can sort it out. All right. Like the chair the other day in the reception that was damaged and broken. Good. Even if it's a piece of paper, it tells the people don't use it. It's unsafe. And then number 7, stop work when it's needed to address a hazard. It's like when we had a lot of water on the first floor. It was a problem. We had to stop everything. We had to switch off the power to the printers and the servers, or not the server, but everything that was electronic in that area. We had to switch it off. We stopped everything there until it was cleaned. The server room was full of water. It was a dangerous situation. We stopped everything. Let's clean it up, mop it up, get a place dry. Let's make it safe. I used to work for Bueller. Most of you know Bueller. We've got a Bueller color sorter, and a new factory is also going to be a Bueller. And this channel with the cables was on floor level. Brand new building. Everything was on the floor. And one of the gutters, somebody threw a bag in. So the first rainstorm we had, all the water from a big roof came inside the building. And it was so deep, the water, the whole floor, right next to electricity. We had to stop everything. We had to send everybody out. That whole factory, everybody had to go out because it was a dangerous situation. We got the builders in. They came with big vacuum cleaners, water cleaners, big fans to dry out the place. It took us 2-3 days. One bag that was in the gutter. Some guy left it there or threw it in there on purpose. It created a company to lose 2 days of production. Thousands of dollars gone. One bag. So let's be careful when we do things. Let's talk to each other about it. So if you have to, let's just recap. Keep work areas clean. Use proper tools for the job. Wear the correct PPE. Never work on live equipment. Make sure chemicals are properly stored and marked. Communicate hazards. And stop work when it's needed.